our Secretary of the Ministry of MSME of the Government of India, Mr. K Sharma ji.
Good evening, Honorable Minister Sir, and good evening everybody else. Sir, at the outset, I must say that since Honorable Minister is supposed to speak, the Secretary is not supposed to speak so much. But still, I'll take a few minutes to respond to some of the issues which might be there in the minds of the MSMEs, and a few points which Uday has already flagged. Sir, if you recall, and for information of everybody else, I would like to say that I joined this ministry on 1st May, and then Honorable Minister. I have been knowing and reading about him, and I've been listening about him. And as Uday said, he's a go-getter. He has been implementing projects. I was working in Gujarat, and I kept listening about good stories from Maharashtra of his time when he was working there. So obviously, I had deep regard for him. But more than that, right in my first interaction with him, he said that Mr. Sharma, sky is the limit. Perhaps even sky is not the limit for MSMEs. And I actually literally took that message to myself and started working on that. And from that, many things have come out. And the very first was definition. So today you can say that for MSME sector or for the MSMEs, actually even sky is not the limit. With the export turnover being taken out of the definition, you can imagine you can export as much as you want and still remain in the MSME bracket. Even sky is not the limit for you. The second thing Honorable Minister said that Mr. Sharma, let us make it all paperless. I quote his words, and when he insisted that we should go digital, we should digitize everything. And from that, you will all appreciate that many, Mr. Uday has already mentioned, Champions Portal, and also our MSME registration process. This you will not believe, this is perhaps the only registration process in the government sector where not even one single paper is being uploaded. Not even one single paper is required. It is totally based on self-declaration, and it fetches the rest of the details like income tax details and investment details and the turnover details from the respective networks of Government of India like GSTN and income tax return and income tax digital network. So it's a completely digitized process. Not only that, we have also linked it with the mechanisms like GEM and trades. So going digital and being digital has been a passion of our Honorable Minister, and we are trying to implement it fully. So we are already on the path of digital, and I am very happy that MasterCard and Amazon have come to the help of MSMEs, and CII is actually piloting those initiatives. It's a very good news for us. Actually, as you all know that our competition is from manufacturers, and so far as selling is concerned, so far as going digital is concerned, we are ready to partner with any organization and any agency which is working within the four walls of our national laws and national policies. So I compliment all the stakeholders on that also. Sir, you have been already hinting that we have very good institutions in the ministry, but for the benefit of others, I would like to say that today our NIMS is signing an MOU with on the digital section with MasterCard, and perhaps many people may not be knowing that this ministry has a national institute. When I talked to them for the very first time a few months back, Even I was not knowing that this ministry has a National Institute of MSME, because even the name is very misleading, NIMS. So I told them, first of all, you pronounce full name so that people are aware that what does NI means. So it means National Institute of MSME, and it's a very rich resource of a lot of knowledge on MSME sector. You can bank upon them. I would request even CII to relate with them and take their inputs on many policy formulations and policy advocacy which you normally do. So I compliment NIMS also and all other stakeholders for signing this section. I want to share one information, and that would be the end of my talk. Rest of the things, Honorable Minister, I'm sure will be talking. But one information I would like to share with all of you. Last Diwali and this Diwali, 2019 Diwali and 2020 Diwali. 2020 Diwali, as you all know, has passed under COVID and a lot of restrictions, marketing, side pay, and a lot of logistics issues and all that. But you will be surprised to know that our khadi sales have almost touched the record of what has been sold ever in the khadi KVIC. Our CP Delhi store sold 1 crore and 11 lakh goods in some day on November 13 this year, and the highest so far was 2nd October 19, which was 127. So we have almost managed to touch the record of the previous year so far as khadi and MSME products are concerned. Not only that, I can list a number of other products where the growth compared to previous Diwali has been to the tune of 700%, 600, 700%. So I can say that with the campaign which Government of India has launched, Honorable Prime Minister has launched, Honorable Minister is talking about the Atmanirbhar Bharat and Vocal for Local campaign. All these have, and we also in the ministry we carried out a campaign to motivate people to buy local goods and local this thing made by artisans and the small units. So that has paid dividend, and as I said, overall I have a list of 11 items, right from khadi, mask, embroidery products, fabric and other things, bamboo somehow surprisingly not done so well, but metal products, glass articles, all these, they have overall, some of them have registered a growth of 600 to 700% also, but overall there is a growth of 300% compared to even last Diwali. So within even within COVID period, there is an enthusiasm among the buyers and among the customers to buy products of these MSMEs and small artisans. Now the issue is, how do we make it reach to the market? How we make it reach to the international, particularly international markets. I remember when we talked about through our tweet, when we put up a video advocating to people to buy bamboo products, someone responded asking, where do I find it? So where do I find it is a big question, and perhaps going online and going digital is the solution, particularly in the COVID period. We are very committed. I am again committing before Honorable Minister and before all of you that we as a team in the ministry, we will work towards making our MSMEs digital, and even going beyond that, we would make them more efficient than they have been. Now coming to the 3-4 issues which Uday has particularly flagged. One was, of course, to make them efficient technologically, and for benefit of knowledge of all others, with approval of the Honorable Minister, only last week, in fact this week, we have announced a scheme where we are combining all our existing mechanisms. We had a scheme called Z, we had a scheme called Lean, We had a scheme for making the MSMEs digital. We had a scheme for helping them on IPR issues. But all these schemes were running on 6-7 parallel verticals. And that was the reason why Uday Kotak and many others could not feel their impact. So what we have done with the approval of Honorable Minister, and after doing a long exercise and brainstorming, we have clubbed all these interventions into one scheme. So they would be like, for example, if a child is born, he needs underwear, he needs many these things, auxiliaries. So something like that, when an MSME is to be made champion, they need Z, they need lean, they need digital support, they need IPR. So we have clubbed them all together. So I think that would solve the issue which Uday raised on the technological side. Fund of funds, we have already structured it. Already the asset manager and the legal advisor, they are all in place, and very soon we will be able to actually come forward for helping in terms of finances. And as you said, single window, we have been very careful right from the beginning, and from that thinking came the Champions portal. So Champions is actually acting as a single window system, but on the financing side also, I take your message, and we will work on the single window this thing platform. On you said that sector specific interventions would be also required, and I fully agree with that. Even within the MSME, there are sunrise sectors, there are very good sectors. For example, there are sectors which relate to Industry 4.0. For example, robotics, for example, circuit-based toys. Toys is coming up as a big and attractive issue. So all these, we are very aware of all these developments, and particularly on the Industry 4.0, we have already appointed a task force to work on it, and we are, in fact, out of our 18 technology centers which are already running, and 15 technology centers which are in the pipeline, which are coming up. We have day before yesterday only, on Saturday, we had a long brainstorming session, and we have now pinpointed the technology center as to who will be hand-holding the MSMEs on robotics, who will be hand-holding the MSMEs on artificial intelligence and machine learning. So we have already gone very deep into sectoral hand-holding of the MSME. So I would not take much of your time. I can only assure that whatever is in your mind, we have already got a solution. The message may not have reached to you, but I can assure that we are in fact, Uday, and I have been knowing Chandrajit very well since long years. I can say with a lot of confidence that we are one step ahead than CII, and that is where I end my talk with a lot of regards to all of you, and particularly to my minister for blessing us and for giving his undiluted and unconditional support and love for me and for my entire team. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Shri Sharma ji. Thank you very much for your very extensive, inputs, for your response, for your noting of some of the issues that one has mentioned, and you have always been very direct, very honest, and very clear when you talk to the industry, and we really value this partnership and this friendship with the industry of yours. Thank you very much, Shri Sharma.